So today's practice is going to be all on the ground. It's going to be short and relatively intense. We're going to start right into it, so there'll be very little warm-up. And it's going to be mostly core, a little bit of upper body, and then we'll take a little bit of rest. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Just coming onto your seat bones. Go ahead and let yourself roll down to the floor, and as soon as you get there, go ahead and draw your knees into your chest. And we'll let the feet go up to the ceiling. The ankles can just kind of rock around a little bit. And then go ahead and draw the knees back in. We'll replace feet to floor as you take a breath in. And then go ahead and snuggle shoulder blades down, find your posture. We'll take arms overhead, get a good reach as you breathe in. As you exhale, bring hands and knees together. And then again, feet to floor, arms overhead. Breathing in, and the exhalation, hands and knees come together. A couple more times here, inhaling, exhaling. Just moving at whatever speed is working for you right now. Next time you find your arms overhead, feet on the ground, I'm going to go ahead and let the soles of the feet come together, just releasing the knees out to the side. We're reaching out through your fingertips, interlacing your fingers, turning the palms inside out, and really push away. Squeeze into the soles of the feet a little bit more. Maybe feeling this in your stomach, right in the middle of your body. One more breath, and we'll go ahead and release, drawing knees to chest once again. Take feet up to the ceiling, letting the legs open apart, and then closing them back together again, tuck the knees in. We'll do that again, taking the feet up, letting your legs open apart, closing back together as you inhale, exhale, as it's squeezing the knees in. One more time, breathing the feet up, exhaling the legs out, and hold. So pushing through the heels, let the toes tip towards you. We're looking for the back of the pelvis to be on the ground. And if you can, a little bit of space in that back waist. And we'll go ahead and close the legs back together as you breathe in and exhale, letting the knees come back into the chest. And we'll go ahead and release both feet to the floor, letting your legs stretch all the way down the mat. We'll find a full body stretch here. And bringing arms alongside the body, I'm going to look for a pose called canoe, and that's lifting the shoulders up off the floor. You may want to rest your elbows, or you can keep your arms alongside. The feet are going to come off the ground too. So we'll take a breath in, hold here, and as you exhale to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Exhaling, stay up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Exhaling, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let all the air out. Inhale. Exhaling, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Breathe, but hold the pose. One more breath. And letting your body come to the ground, draw knees into your chest, give a little extra little squeeze, and we'll release feet to floor, arms to a T, lifting into bridge pose. Making sure the arch side of your feet are strong to the ground so the knees don't open out to the side. We'll go ahead and come down halfway. And then again, pressing up, knees press down into the feet, and letting yourself return to the ground. We'll walk the feet a little bit wider apart. If you feel comfortable, maybe letting your toes drape off the mat and just keeping the heel of your feet on the mat. If you don't have a mat, the feet are at least an inch out on either side of your hips. And we'll go ahead and lift up again, finding bridge pose. And coming down about halfway and pressing back up. We'll keep doing that a couple more times. Exhaling down halfway Inhaling up. Exhaling halfway. Keep going back up on the inhale. Exhale, this is slow. Exhale half. Inhaling up. Exhale halfway. Inhaling up, we'll stay there. Roll up onto the balls of the feet, really pushing the hips up as high as you can. Keep pressing the hips up as you take the heels back to the floor. So hips push up, heels press back down to the ground. Breathe. And then on your next exhale, slowly releasing yourself down to the floor. Knees close a little bit more together, and we'll draw the knees into chest. Maybe get a little rock from side to side. Go ahead and replace both feet to the floor. Take a little shift over to the one side. And coming up. So we're looking to bring the right forearm to the floor and both legs extend down the mat. We're going to be doing side plank on this forearm. So both legs can be down the mat, so we're looking to stack the feet on top of each other, or you can bend the right knee and coming up onto the knee and the foot, or extending both legs down the mat and lifting up. And we'll hold this for 8 counts. So just breathe comfortably. Keep breathing, about halfway there. You can change this position, bring knee to the ground anytime you want to. Keep pressing forearm into the ground, and we'll lift left leg and hold. Four counts. Keep lifting the hip up. And letting that left leg come back down. Still hold this position, lifting the hips. Breathe. Take a break when you need to. If your shoulder's getting tired, check to see if you dropped into that shoulder and really push the forearm away from the floor. Almost there. And we'll go ahead and turn onto both forearms now. Let your belly come down to the floor. We're in Sphinx pose, so the palms of the hands are on the ground, shoulders are over top the elbows. Squeeze down into the forearms and the palms of your hands. And imagine you could pull yourself just 1/4 of an inch forward, inviting the chest, the collarbone to really come forward towards your fingertips. Take a few breaths here. You may feel the belly kind of stretch. We'll cross the left forearm over. I'm going to turn my back to you. Both legs are down the mat, and we'll repeat that side plank here on the forearm on this side. So hip comes up, and you can bring the knee to the ground or both legs straight. Pushing out of that shoulder, and we'll hold. Unlock the jaw. Keep lifting that hip. Almost there. Take that right leg up 4 counts, lifting the hip. And right leg comes down, hold again, keep breathing, take a break when you need to, pushing out of the shoulder. So we have a collapse down into the shoulder. Forearm presses, palm of the hand presses. lifting the hip. Almost there. And turning again onto the belly, forearms to the floor, palms of the hands to the ground. And that little pull forward, letting the belly stretch again, opening the collarbone. So you're trying to pull yourself a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch forward. Big deep breaths into the belly. And we'll go ahead and take a little turn around and coming onto your bottom again. This time, I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together. So my feet are pretty far apart, out in front of me. I've got short legs and I've already got about 2 feet between my heels and groin. And sitting down into the seat bones, go ahead and let yourself sit up really nice and strong and straight. And we'll take arms up and overhead. So if you find yourself beginning to sink back into your seat bones, you may want to grab a little piece of blanket or something, put it underneath your seat bones or tailbone. So we're lifting up. As you bring your arms down to these goalpost arms, think of sending the chest upward, opposite direction. And we'll breathe up. Exhale, lift the chest as you pull the elbows down. Inhale up. Exhale, pull the elbows down, chest lifts upward. Again, inhale. Exhale, pull down. This time we'll hold. Keep lifting up through this collarbone, almost through the sternum being lifted. Shoulder blades pressing downward. One more breath. We'll release hands coming to the ankles. We've got a little bit of fold here, just comfort. Looking to stretch into that lower back. Go ahead and sit up. Let your legs extend down the mat, but we'll keep the heels together and let the toes turn apart. Hands are on the floor, so you can turn the fingers a little bit outward or keep them straight. And we'll go ahead and lift up, finding this long sort of reverse table. Pressing the circle of the palm into the floor, all the knuckles, shoulder blades squeezing in. Pressing down into the edges of the feet so you can feel the buttocks, lifting the pelvis. Big breath down the front of the body. Keep holding. Take a break when you need to. One more breath. We'll go ahead and sit all the way back down. Pull your heels back up towards you. Keep that big distance between heels and groin. Sitting up straight, find the seat bones and arms reaching up. As you exhale, chest lifts, elbows pull down. Breathing up. Exhale. Breathing up. Exhale, pull, lift at the chest. So really pressing the shoulder blades down the back. One more time. And hold. Chest is lifting, shoulder blades pressing downwards. We haven't just squeezed the upper part of the trapezius together, we're really looking for the base of the shoulder blades to pull down. And we'll go ahead and release. Find that easy low fold. Just enough to stretch the lower back again. And coming back to that plank. Hands to the ground, feet apart. Pull the shoulder blades a little bit together, lifting up. Press firmly into the circle of the palm, all the knuckles, buttocks, push the pelvis upward as you press into the outer edges of your feet. Push out of the shoulders. going to take 2 more breaths here. And on your next exhalation, letting yourself slowly sit back down to the ground. And we'll cross the legs. Doesn't matter how, one leg can be in front of the other. And we'll take a little twist here. Right hand comes to left knee. Taking a little twist, looking over that shoulder as you exhale. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the ceiling, and then a bend to the right. Inhale up again. Exhale, find the twist. Inhale, reaching that left arm up. Exhale, and to the right. Inhale up, and we'll go ahead and release. Uncross your legs, just letting them kind of move your knees a little bit, and then we'll come back the opposite way. And left arm comes around to right, right hand behind you. Exhaling as you turn. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, tipping the body to the left. Inhale, fingertips to ceiling. Exhale, finding that twist. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, find the twist. The bend. Inhale, reaching up. One more twist. Exhale. In breath. One side bend on the exhale. We'll inhale back up to center. Let go of your knee. Let go of your legs. Just let them straighten out. Maybe bang your knees around a little bit. Give them a little rub. And then we'll go ahead and scoot forward, bringing forearms to the floor. Just getting a little chest lift here. So you can keep your chin on your chest, look to the ceiling, and look behind you. And inviting that chest to lift up, lifting the rib cage, finding a little arch here. Really doesn't matter where you put your head, where you put your gaze. It's happening here in the torso between the seat bones, hips, and shoulders. Couple good deep breaths. And then tucking your chin back in, we'll go ahead and slide, roll back down to the floor. Find that blanket and pull it back underneath your head once again. Feet are going to come a little distance apart, so heels line up with seat bones or the outside of your hips. Arms to a T. And we'll get just an easy, very gentle rocking from side to side, just enough to kind of massage over the sacrum. Letting the knees, as you inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, they move back over to the other side. So this is very slow. Next time you find your knees coming into the middle, go ahead and walk those feet as far as you feel you comfortably can apart. And we'll do the same thing again, letting the knee drop down. This time right now my left knee is pressing towards my right foot, and then reversing that. Getting a little more internal rotation as we go from side to side. Inhale takes you center, exhale over to the opposite side. Maybe getting a little bit more of a massage down into the buttocks and the sacrum this time. Next time you find your knees coming back into the center, we'll go ahead and walk the feet a little closer. And getting up into a little bit of a bridge pose, but just a baby bridge, just enough to get your hips above your heart. And we'll come down to the ground. We'll do that 2 more times. Just an easy little bit of lifting, just enough to get some pressure on the tops of your shoulders or above the shoulder blades. One more time as that breath in, lifting up and coming back down. Let's go ahead and draw knees into chest as you exhale. Inhaling the knees away, taking a breath in. Exhaling knees to you. Inhale, they move away. Maybe move your hands down your thighs if you'd like to. exhale back up to the kneecaps. Inhaling. Next time you find yourself breathing in, letting the feet come to the floor. Snuggling shoulder blades back and underneath you. I will take a deep breath. I like to rest my hands on my belly sometimes just so I can feel that whole waistline expanding when I breathe. Feeling the back waist too. One more breath. Belly, front waist, side waist, back waist. And then releasing your arms, walking one leg down the mat, just seeing how it feels today. You may want to put a bolster underneath your knees, or just letting your legs rest on the ground, arms alongside your body. Maybe wiggle your jaw around a time or two, checking in. The tongue releases the roof of the mouth. And just inviting everything inside the belly and around your shoulders and pelvis, really paying attention to these areas of your body today. Inviting buttocks to release tailbone around the waist. Inviting the collarbone to release all the way across either side to the shoulder. Inviting arms to be as rested as possible, and legs too. Inviting the jaw, again, unclenched. Tongue releases and all the muscles of the face, letting go of expression around the corners of the mouth, the nose, and the eyes. Releasing over the eyebrows and forehead. Then taking your Shavasana, 6 to 10 minutes or however long you feel you need. Just resting.